Hello everyone, my name is Zard and welcome back to another video. And today I'll be taking a look at set 76917. This is the Too Fast, Too Furious Nissan Skyline GTR R34. So this set has 319 pieces, is from the Speed Champions line, and is the third movie Speed Champions set with the James Bond Aston Martin and the Fast and Furious Charger coming before it. This released January 1st ahead of the March 1st regular Speed Champions wave, which I think is cool, and I hope that this continues, as I think Speed Champions is an amazing theme, and honestly, currently is my favorite LEGO theme, because I think the sets are just so consistent, and they really don't disappoint me, and this one sure doesn't either. This is probably my favorite Speed Champions set they've ever made. I will say there are quite a few stickers in this set, and I think you can already see it just looking at the side. Pretty much the entire side there is stickers. And I guess one thing that I was talking with a friend of mine who really knows cars a lot more than I do, and talking with some other people, and one thing they did talk about that was and I've seen other things about it, is the studs right at the top looking a bit off, with the other part of it being all tiled off, and I really don't mind that too much. I do like having some studs in LEGO sets, but I will say it looks a bit odder with it just pretty much being in that one location. So this set does have one minifigure, being the Brian O'Connor minifigure. And yeah, I'll take a look at that in a second. Now, I guess that part of it is a pretty cool part of the Speed Champion set. Usually, when I look at a Speed Champion set, I just sort of gloss over the minifigure, as usually it's just not a very interesting minifigure. The printing might be somewhat cool, and usually I would say it's pretty poor. Yeah, this is actually a pretty cool minifigure. So, going into this set, I think from the designer interview, they mentioned two Speed Champion sets, the other being the Supra, which I guess with the current one out, they didn't want to have that. So maybe next year I could for sure seeing that set come out. And I'm not sure, other than that, what they could make for Fast and Furious. I'm sure there's a bunch of things, but yeah, taking a look at this, I really like the rim pieces. They have like a metallic piece there. I just think they look really cool. Looking at the front here, I really do like those headlights. That GTR piece right there, 1x3 plate, is printed, but I thought going into this that these parts were also going to be printed. They are not. They are a bit tough to apply, but I'm pretty happy with my sticker placement for this set. This set probably took me an hour to an hour and a half, just because I wanted the stickers to be pretty much perfect, and I'm quite happy with them. So there's stickers right there as well, continuing those stripes, and I think those look good as well. There's some more stickers right there. I like how you have the handle on the side of the car with the sticker there. Those blue stripes, I like how they continue through the side there, as well as right here, which it is printed. A couple more stickers back there, and I believe that is a printed area. Yeah, it's the connected piece to that. That's a sticker right there, continuing off from that translucent piece, or transparent piece. The back here, I think, is really good, and an improvement from the first GTR set that came out. I think the lights there just being a different size is really nice. The Florida license plate there, Toyo Tires GTR. I think it looks all quite good. On the inside here, you do have a printed seat piece, which I believe we saw pretty much the same thing in the McLaren, I believe it was, a couple years ago. And that, from what I can remember, was really poorly printed, so I think this one's a lot better. There's quite a few stickers right there. That one was for sure a bit of an odder one to place, but I think they all come together pretty nice and look pretty good as well. At the bottom, there is a bit of detail there with the blue pieces meant to, I guess, represent some lights underneath it, and I think it really doesn't add much to it. but I think that being a detail that's included is pretty cool. So overall, I think the build is really nice. I really like this set, and I'll talk about it more at the end when I go for my final thoughts. But here is the Brian O'Connor minifigure. There's dual-molded arms there for the short-sleeve shirt, which is nice. Nothing on the legs, but I think it works fine. The t-shirt there seems decent. The face print, I'm not sure if this is an exclusive face print or not. It seems fine. I feel like looking at images, I feel like the hair might be a bit too light, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, I think it's a cool minifigure. Really probably goes quite well with the Dominic Toretto minifigure that was in the Charger set from the summer. So now I'll just take a look at the box of this set and go into my final thoughts. So here is the box, and I think the car is well presented here. The set information there, the Nissan logo, Fast and Furious, and the Speed Champions logos. At the top, you have the side of the car there, and at the back of it, the interior of it, and then the actual car in the film there. I'm just trying to look at a bit of stuff. It looks pretty good, I think. I guess you'd maybe want a bit more rounded areas there, but I honestly, with current Lego pieces, I just don't see how it can be done. But yeah, I think the box well represents the set, which is for sure what you'd want. I think Speed Champions currently is one of the most consistent Lego themes, and I think the sets are just really good, and I don't think this one is any different. With the Countach last year, I think those two are probably some of my top Speed Champion sets, sort of fighting between spots 1 and 2. I think the minifigure is a nice inclusion here, and I think the build is quite nice. I feel like you'd want maybe some rounder edges here, but just with current Lego pieces, I don't see how it can be done, and it gets to the point of, if you start doing that, is it much of a Lego set if it's so... It gets to the point of being almost too accurate to the source material, which you, of course, want accuracy, but there's also sacrificing some Lego-ness to it, and I think you sort of want that Lego-ness in it, and I think it crosses the line between those two things pretty well in this set. I just love Speed Champions. I really do. I love watching the designer interviews and how passionate they seem about the projects, which I just don't get all the time from other themes. So I really like that, and I really enjoyed this set. Like I've always said for Speed Champion sets, they're very fun builds. So at the current, I believe, $30, that's Canadian, with the price increase, I think the solo cars went from 25 to 30. I don't think they're 35. I'm pretty sure they're 30, which I still think is good. I think you're getting a really, really good building experience. And if you want building experience, it's a good building experience, better than other more expensive sets, and I think this is the cheapest way that you can get a strong building experience as well as a really strong build. Ever since they moved to the 8 wide, I think this theme has been absolutely amazing, and I'm happy that they're doing a bit more with the January and the March. I don't know about the summer, but I'd love to see that Supra would be a cool one. I'd love to see Mr. Bean's Cooper. I think that would be a really, really cool one. Even a 2-pack, because, it wouldn't get up to that piece count likely unless you had a bunch of accessories that he was coming out from the store from, of course, a Mr. Bean minifigure in there. I think both versions, the light green as well as the orange, as a 2-pack for like a $40 set would be a really cool movie show set. There's other ones, even if they wanted to go back to they probably wouldn't do it because the scene But I was just thinking of Michael Scott coming up, and he wouldn't make this one into the parking spot. There's so many, I'm sure, for shows and movies that they can make introducing this subline of Speed Champions, and I'm happy that there's a second wave of this theme because I just think this is an outstanding theme currently. Now, I don't want them to be doing a ton of sets, but I do like getting more sets, especially more sets like this. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I really enjoyed this set, and I'm excited to pick up some of those March sets. I don't know if I'm going to get them on a release day or what, because I think I will probably be going for those Star Wars helmets. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.